School exams are easy compared with those in universities. Social policy is a study of social respondents for the government. Assignments must be submitted at the end of the term. Students can find news about climate change. The staff is cleaning the room for tomorrow morning's meeting. Extension requirement for the assignment must be submitted before the deadline. Some studies show the link between depression and social media. Music has the ability to shape our emotions. Mental health professionals are talking about the topic of vulnerability. Your tutor will provide the guidance on how to structure the essays. Medical books and journals have been moved to the second floor. Gold is a metal that occurs naturally in a pure state. It is argued that students can learn more by collaboration rather than as individuals. Open days for undergraduates occur all year round for campus visits. Employment figures will decrease in the next few years. Criminal charges will be brought against all of the men. Writing history needs a careful selection process of diverse sources. Social media is responsible for helping the government to solve social problems. Urbanization increases the costs for other communities. Students are encouraged to read new books recommended by Professor Jones. We can see the stars that were formed 13 billion years ago. The horizontal line on the graph indicates that there was no change in the period. Agricultural development is vital for poor rural areas. For the purpose of research, data should be collected and analyzed. The biology department is respected in research activities. The news will not be received until the following week. Formal conclusions could be established through rigorous experiments. Our facility includes 5 libraries across the university. Muscle cells bring parts of the body closer together. The best student has an opportunity to acquire a scholarship. My technique is to understand the sentence while writing the first letter of each word. The timetable for the next term will be available next week.
The student union hosts a variety of social events. Tutorials are scheduled in the final week of the term. Most of the lectures begin promptly, so do not be late. Tomorrow's lecture has been canceled due to the power cut. Optional tutorials are offered in the final week of a term.
Courses on nutrition are growing in popularity every year. In the next project, you will need to present all the different news items. The university will cease the colossal renovation of the famed empty theater. A wide range of courses covered different aspects in this subject. The archaeologists were astonished by the unexpected previously overlooked foundations.
Leaving valuable possessions unattended in public places is risky.
Globalization has been an overwhelming urbanization phenomenon. The study is among the initial projects funded by the university.
Students are encouraged to take part in their study as well as games.
More research is required in the field of food science.
You should submit your term papers to the general office. The development has a great negative impact on the environment. Practical experience is a vital part of legal training. The course places considerable emphasis on critical thinking skills.
Classical mechanics is sometimes considered as a branch of applied mathematics.
Global connections increased in academic communities thanks to social media.
Students are required to have an undergraduate degree in biology to be enrolled in this course.
The theme of the course is to encourage students to develop their creativity.
Scientists have found all parts of science today.
Two drops of the solution were heated in a test tube.
Graduates from this course typically pursue careers in the financial sector.
The typical part of this course involves the study of society. Lecture outlines are available on the faculty board and the internal website. the local government has adopted a plan for infrastructure development.
Global connections thrive in academic communities, thanks to social media.
Many food crops require a large amount of water and fertilizer. Information technology has changed the way people study today. Advanced technology will create growth in the economy.
Food containing ample calories provides little or no nutritional value. The rising inflation rate indicates a decrease in demand for consumer products.
Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. Thousands of people turned out to be at the presidential address. All industries consist of systems of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. The untapped potential of using the sun's rays is phenomenal. The closing date of application for travel scholarship is next Monday. We are continuing to provide postgraduate online learning resources.
Undergraduate students can select what interests them most in the science program. The employment opportunities available in engineering are increasing rapidly.
The paper has the potential to transform life science.
The university's main library will be open till midnight next Saturday.
We are more able to accommodate postgraduate students than previously possible.
Coastal communities are particularly vulnerable to rising sea levels.
Medical researchers have focused on the causes of diseases and treatments. The falling birth rate means the number of students drops. If you need a parking ticket, see me after the lecture. The study of history can provide unique insight. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. Companies' projects must adapt to the general data protection regulations. Our workshops are open for all students on campus.
Scientific experiments should be repeated to verify the results.
New developments in technology are influencing current research.
Most known oil reserves will only last for half a century.
Our aim is to transform classical teaching in the classroom. The terms illness and disease are confusing despite clear differences.
Online courses allow students to work at their own pace.
We are phasing out the disposable cups on campus. The study of utilizing projects is funded by the university.
Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education's online learning resources.
Please refer to the guidelines for more information on setting the goals. The teaching staff are actively engaged in the original research. Students are permitted to park in campus parking spaces. Business practices must obey contemporary general regulations.
The urban geography degree includes the study of demography. Technology is no longer a simple tool that we can control.
Students may only park their cars in authorized university parking spaces. These words recognize the excellence of the undergraduates' research projects.
The public is often misled by the biased coverage. Our company currently employs more than 10,000 people worldwide.
Rising inflation leads to increasing goods prices and decreasing demand for products.
It is clear that the human population impacts the environment.
We help students to develop their individualities and follow their interests.
This course can help to deepen your appreciation of art. The university library holds a number of collections of geological maps.
The degree is typically taught by using a mixture of lectures and seminars.
An essay should use evidence from both primary and secondary sources. A surprisingly large number of students applied for that course. Our company must have independent financial auditing. The amount of time spent on configuration varies considerably. Please make sure your application follows the guidelines provided.
It is an integrated course with several main elements.
For the small businesses, making profit is the main priority.
Academic journals are usually edited by subject specialists. There is no economic reason why public borrowing is necessarily bad.
Understanding visual media has never been more challenging.
Libraries in many areas were closed due to the lack of funding.
The student magazine is looking for a new editor.
Accommodation on campus is limited, but there are more options nearby.
There are a variety of different ways to present statistical information.
City planners recognize the need for accessible public transport options. The deadline for the submission of this assignment is tomorrow. The deadline for the marketing and scientific assignment will be extended.
Having strong motivation is vital for achieving your goal. Many important policies need to be made. The Internet has transformed the nature of publishing.
British students must study mathematics at secondary schools.
Scholarships are available for both local and international students.
When sentencing, the court will decide whether the defendant regrets his actions. The research shows that spending time outdoors has a range of benefits.
Experts say learning and listening to music can reduce the stress.
Reading histories involves a process of careful selections.
All students have their own styles of learning. Career mobility is very important for new graduates.
Technologies have rapidly transformed the lifestyle of the majority.
Many universities provide exchange programs to other countries. The course will start with the history of architecture. Many university lectures can now be viewed on the Internet.
Every living thing begins as a single cell.
Nutrition plays a key role in athletic performance.
Sugar is a solid carbohydrate which is used to sweeten food.
The night sky has always involved mystery and wonder. It is interesting to observe the development of the language skills of toddlers.
Urban planning emphasizes the efficiency and expansion of the community.
Students would develop confidence in their ability to think critically.
We are researching the most significant challenges facing our society today. The history of economics is a tricky subject to study.
The universities provide excellent leisure facilities for students and staff. It takes a long time to walk to the university. Providers of higher education treat plagiarism extremely seriously.
Many diseases that were once serious have now been eradicated. Imported default packages are likely to be used for most computers.
Philosophy uses logic and reason to analyze human experience.
The skills of great stage actors cannot be taught. All of your assignments should be submitted by next Tuesday. Art and design is a competitive field to work in. The history department is very active in research.
Please return the reference book to the correct position on the shelf.
Extracurricular activities can help students to develop more talents.
The English degree involves certain work placements in the third year.
Critical thinking is one part of a broad education. The digital camera has some advantages over traditional film.
The government is funding a research study on the consequences of unemployment. This project is divided into 4 main sections.
Undergraduates may pursue their specific interests within certificate programs.
Field trips are an essential part of most geography courses.
The library will stay open until midnight this week. The two sides have disagreed on how to solve the problem. Honey can be used as food and health product. Babies can distinguish between what is language and what is not.
Psychologists say that what we expect to happen influences our behaviors. Studying medicine allows for a wide range of career opportunities. The goal of the government policy is to increase the foreign investment.
Children start producing words before they are able to walk. The course covers architecture planning and construction on the international scale.
There are many different styles of business management.
Eating fish twice a week is recommended for a healthy diet.
This course aims to develop your knowledge of statistics.
Air pollution is a serious problem all over the world. Scholarship applications must be handed in by the end of the month.
Studying history can help you better understand the present.
A regional assembly was moved to the devolution of power. Americans have typically defined the process of plant growth in quantitative terms. There is a list of dedicated librarians available during teaching time each term. The stock market crash had repercussions throughout the world. Biology involves the study of life at all levels. International exchange formed the important part of our study program. Sugar is a compound including carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. The quality of your statistical information depends on your raw data. The researchers are disappointed that the results of the research have been proved to be inconclusive.
Certain organisms can reproduce using just one parent. Purity is one feature that makes gold expensive. This book can be borrowed for a maximum of 1 week. The academic tradition of the school ensures excellence.
The task tomorrow will require a higher level of skill. The student shop sells a range of stationery. Banks charge interest on the money they lend to customers. Food has become a political issue in the world today. Implementation figures are expected to improve over the next few years. Graphs and charts allow data to be more easily understood.
Too much information may be avoided by good research design.
We can all meet at my office after the lecture.
Undergraduates have a wide range of cultural modules to choose from.
Physics is a key subject for understanding the world and the universe. Courses are assessed by group work and individual assignments.
The university has invested in a new technology designed for learning.
Social media is criticized for causing internet addiction.
It helps you to rationally assess your arguments. Slides and handouts can be downloaded after the lecture. Even simple techniques need to be practiced to become perfect.
Scientists recognize different ice types according to the water molecule content.
Firm conclusions can be established through rigorous experiments. Sound waves are unable to travel through the vacuum. Sociology policies are the sources of the government to solve social problems.
The job for tomorrow will require higher-level skills.
The library will be closed for staff training tomorrow morning.
Make sure you have saved all the files before turning off the computer.
The coffee machine located on the third floor is not working today.
All medical students must clean their hands before entering the room.
Archaeologists discovered tools and other artifacts near the ancient tomb. Key business partners are often involved in shared expense accounts.
We can have a lecture on the morning of Thursday.
New media have transcended traditional national boundaries.
The new technician dropped the microscope in the biology lab.
I thought it was through the small meeting room.
When parents talk to children, the tense is simplified. The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer.
Make sure you choose a course that provides great career opportunities.
Native speakers are exempt from the language tests in their own languages.
Many vocational courses in the institution are funded by private enterprises.
We hold the visiting days throughout this year for all undergraduate students. Despite their differences, all forms of life share certain characteristics.
The essay will argue that the technology does more harm than good.
The reception staff can give advice on renting private accommodation.
A group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room.
Universities should invest in new technologies designed for learning.
Tutors should set a clear goal at the start of the class.
There are more opportunities to receive the grants in most artistic fields.
The visiting speaker used to be a lecturer in this department. The site is designed to be highly interactive.
Strangely, people are simultaneously impressed by and skeptical of statistics.
Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory. Our laboratory equipment is provided free of charge. It would be extremely beneficial to work together.
In his lifetime, he composed a large number of works.
Economic development needs to be supported by the government.
As student union members, you can influence and change our university.
Distance learning allows you to develop a career around your commitments.
You need to hand in the essay next semester. Good nutrition is crucial to the general health and vitality.
The new research has produced some other unexpected results.
Art is an expression of creative skills and imagination. A good research assistant is not afraid to ask questions.
An architect requires problem-solving skills and an eye for design.
Those who are considering a career in marketing should attend the talk.
This topic is interesting in Parliament. The essay is easy to complete once the research is finished.
This course is integrated because it has several parts. Traveling by boat on the river is not possible in winter.
Understanding how to use the library will save your time.
We need to work together to achieve a high educational standard.
There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore. The professor took a year off to work on her book.
The plight of wildlife has been ignored by local developers. The marketing budget has doubled since the beginning of the year.
An introduction is an essential element of presentation.
The faculty staff are very approachable, helpful, and extremely friendly.
The other book isn't thorough, but it's more insightful.
The designers will complete the plan later today. The essay will be published once the research is finished.
The museum is closed on the third Monday of every month.
The summer course was canceled due to insufficient re-enrollments. The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone. There is a clear need for further research in this field.
The lecture tomorrow will discuss the educational policy of the United States.
The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing. The University Theater Group will be performing in the concert hall.
The exam application system has been upgraded for professional exams.
The assessment of this course will begin next week. Some people believe that education should be free for all. She has made a significant contribution to the field of chemistry. Students are encouraged to think carefully about their accommodation needs. Students are advised to use multiple methods for this project. She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture.
The article considers the leisure habits of teenagers in rural areas.
The new camera can identify your eyes and focus on them. Remember, the prestigious election of stewardship has strict eligibility criteria. Textile manufacturing plays a large role in some economies. Some departments have their own specialist book collections.
Statistical results should be expressed in different ways depending on the circumstances.
The curriculum should be adjusted to incorporate recent developments. Submission of your group assignment must be made punctually by one of your group members.
Our professor is hosting the Business Development Conference.
Some economists argue that the entire financial system is fatally flawed. Please check the information on the website for the opening time.
Parents talk to children tends to be simplified.
Organizational failure is considered from various perspectives in academic literature.
Nurses can specialize in clinical work or management. Making mistakes is fine, as long as you learn from them. It is really a comprehensive program covering both theory and practice.
I will come back to this in a moment.
The extent of advertising to children is open to much debate. The archaeologists' new discoveries stand out in the previously overlooked foundations. Peer group pressure has a significant effect on young people. The bar chart provides a useful means of data comparison.
The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure, compositional style.
In addition to the class requirements, students must pass all the qualifying examinations.
Students requiring an extension should apply sooner rather than later.
Let me give you an example to explain what I mean. Many birds migrate to warmer areas for the winter.
The theater study courses encourage students to exercise their creativity. Recession triggers exciting creativity, according to public wisdom. Parents are financially responsible for their children raised up until they reach adulthood.
Economic problems caused a big rise in unemployment. Career opportunities in this field are quite limited. Agenda items should be submitted by the end of the day.
The economic strength of early Roman Republic will be examined. Please click the logo above to enter the site.
Although sustainable development is not easy, it is an unavoidable responsibility. All students are expected to attend 10 lab sessions per semester.
Today, a number of students have volunteer jobs.
The celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy. Our view is that all the educational reforms have been inadequately implemented.
Every student has both the right and the ability to succeed.
A good architectural structure should be usable, durable, and beautiful. Collaboration between departments is a feature of successful companies. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain. Find out how to get your resources before your research.
A very basic feature of computing would be counting and calculating.
Control systems in manufacturing provide a high level of accuracy.
The educational level is found to be related to social and economic background.
Experts are now able to forecast weather over much longer periods.
Building trust is not something that can be achieved overnight.
All dissertations must be accompanied by a submission form.
Please confirm that you have received the textbook. The results of the study underscore the discoveries from early detection.